Hello, Mad Yogi Tribe. This is Eileen bringing you our second installment, and it's a Pitta balancing flow. For this vinyasa, you might want to have blocks with you, and we are going to have some kneeling poses at the start of our flow. So if you need to double mat, by all means double mat, or if you have something to pad your knees, if your knees aren't comfortable with kneeling poses, you can do that as well. And another tip is, I'll just show you down here on the mat, depending on the knobbiness of your knees and the angles of your knees, the articulation of your joints, and the angle of the patella, your toes can either be tucked under or not. So either tuck your toes under and you'll feel a flatness right here in your knees. If that's more comfortable for you, by all means, tuck your toes under during our kneeling poses. Or conversely, if it's more comfortable for you for the tops of your feet to be flat on the mat, you can do that as well. And again, pad your knees as you need to. So from here, I'm already down on my mat. Join me. Sit down on your heels. You can also bring your blocks under your sit bones and sit down on your blocks. Or if you have a small cushion, you can do that. You can use those as well. Backs of the hands, of the wrists, on your thighs. Wave the spine here, belly in and up. Chest up, head up, and exhale. Relax the body without defaulting back into our hunched body or that desk body or screen body. So a few more waves. Belly in and up, chest up, head up. Relax the body without curling the back. A few more. Belly in and up, chest up, head up. Softly retract the scapula. Softly squeeze your triceps to bring your arms to naturally drift your arms to the back. And one more wave. Belly in and up, hugging and lifting. Chest up, head up. On an inhalation, squeeze your body and lift up to a high kneeling pose. And I'll just pop my block off. High kneeling pose. I'll face you. Squeeze your scapula to the back. Retract your scapula. Squeeze your triceps. Circle your arms nice and wide and big. Feel as if you're pressing into something between your hands. As we do, wave the spine here. On an exhalation, you're going to twist to your right side from the navel, sternum, nose. Open your arms parallel to the floor and sit down on your heels, all the way down first. Inhale, squeeze up, waving up. Arms back parallel to each other, face the front. Twisting to the left side, navel, sternum, nose. Sitting down on your heels, arms parallel to the floor. And inhale, waving back up, back to center. Now let's make this a simultaneous action to the right side. Exhaling. Arms parallel to the floor, just sitting down on your heels first. Inhale, waving back up. Center, left side, exhale, all the way down. One more, inhale, lifting back up. And I'll just show you sideways. Twisting to the right side, sitting all the way down, or suspend yourself if you want to. Strong for the quads. Inhale, lifting back up. Center to the left side, sitting all the way down or suspend yourself. Inhale, coming back up to center. Bring your right leg out to the side in a gate pose. Externally rotate that hip so the knee and top of your foot, they're both pointing up towards the ceiling. Back of the right hand on the inside of your right knee. Lengthen up your left side. Open up the spaces between your ribs. Open up this space between your hip and your lowest ribs. Then press your palm to the right side in a gate pose. Nose is pointing directly forward if that's the angle that your neck prefers, or if you can, point your nose up just past your bicep, reaching your left arm and fingers to the right side, pressing your right arm into your knee, on the inside of the knee. We're not really leaning on that leg. From here, bend your right knee and drift yourself to the right side. Now this maneuver can be tough on the standing knee, so just be aware of that. Incrementally deepening yourself and stopping at an angle where your standing knee is most comfortable with. If you want to come a little deeper, by all means, you're welcome to this, but always pare it back if it's too much. Squeeze your left side, pushing through your right leg, left hand in a claw shape, and trust yourself. You can also use your block here if you want to, but you can also just bring your claw hands down on the mat. Either way, right arm reaches up, press your palm to the left side. So we're not just drifting the arm into the pose, yeah? We're actively engaging our muscles, opening up our top side, reaching to the left side, through the arm, through the fingers. From here, squeeze your right side, lift yourself up. Hands down on the mat, and I'll just come back onto my mat. Hands down on the mat. That right leg, which is out to the side, bring it to the back. So you're fully on your mat. Right flats of the toes down on the mat. Your right side is already in a plank. Pushing strongly through your arms to lift the body up. Lift your left leg up and angle it for your pigeon. On an exhalation, land your pigeon pose. Untuck your toes, keeping your hands where they are for an awareness exercise. Keeping your hands where they are, but walking your back leg as far and as lengthened a position as they can. Then come back to your proud pigeon, belly in and up, chest up, head up, lifting onto your finger pads, lifting maybe even onto the longest middle fingers, coming into a proud pigeon. From here, hands flat on the mat, left shoulder drifts down the middle of your mat. You're gently twisting to the right side and melting down sideways. Inhale, waving up, belly in and up, chest up, head up. Don't shortchange the movement of your neck. Exhale, right shoulder down the middle, belly down, chest down, head down. Elbows squeezing in and pointing to the back. Waving up, belly in and up, chest up, head up. Feel that length right here in your side. Exhale, left side down, belly down, chest down, head down. Nice and soft with your movement. Inhale, waving up while you're still gaining that strength benefit in the movements. Exhale, right side down, belly down, chest down, head down. Inhaling up, belly up, chest up, head up. Tuck your back toes under, lift your right knee up. Pushing strongly through your arms, lifting the body up, lifting your left leg up, stepping back into your full plank, knees down, untuck your toes, and push back into your extended child's pose. From here, just shift your shoulders side to side, allowing the body to shift and to wave side to side. Very similar to our side sweeping lunges. but stick your hands where they are and just move the body. Have a sense of play for this vinyasa. From here, steady back to center. Walk your hands closer to your knees and wave yourself up. Belly in and up, chest up, head up, roll your shoulders. Sit bones down on the heels still. Then waving up into your high kneeling pose. Retract the scapula. Squeeze the triceps. Allow the arms to be drifted to the back naturally. And circle your arms up. Deep, full breath. Twisting to the left side first. Opening up to the left side. Arms parallel to the floor. Sit bones all the way down or suspend yourself. Inhale, lifting back up. Center, twisting to the right side. Arms parallel. Suspend yourself or sit all the way down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, left side. Inhale, lifting up. And I'll just face you. Exhale, right side. Inhale, lifting up. One more set. Left side, sitting all the way down or suspend yourself. Inhale, lengthening up to the right side. One more. And inhale, all the way up. I turn to the camera so you'll see gate pose. Left leg out to the side. External rotation in that hip. Knee points up. Back of the left hand on the inside of your left knee. Lengthen up your right arm first. Open your side. Then press your palm into something towards the left side. Again, so we're not just strobing from pose to pose, from here and then straight there. You're moving softly, but still with a lot of strength. From here, left knee bends. Drift your body weight to the left side. Do this incrementally. Keep adjusting your left foot into the stance where it's safe for you to come a little deeper into the pose should you want to. But again, be aware, standing knee is working hard and coming on the inside of that knee. So just be aware of that. Pushing through your left leg, squeeze your right side to lift up. Once again, you can use your block here or in a strong claw shape with a hand. Trust yourself. You can reach down on the mat, lift your left arm up, press the palm to the right side. Feel the strength of that arm. It looks like it's just floating into its position, but it's actively working. Deep, full breath. From here, top arm circles down, down on the mat, hands down. Left leg sweeps to the back. I'll just show you sideways. Sweep it to the back so you're fully on top of your mat. Left side is already in a plank. Pushing through your arms to lift the chest up. Curl your right leg up. Angle it for pigeon. And land. Back knee down. Untuck the toes, waving up. Belly in and up. Chest up. Head up in a proud pigeon. Right side first. Down the middle. Exhale, waving down sideways. Belly down. Chest down. Head down. Inhale, waving up. Belly in and up. Chest up. Head up. Back to your proud pigeon. Twisting pigeon. Side of the left. Belly down. Chest down. Head down. And waving up. Belly up. Chest up. Head up. Allow yourself to come back to neutral first into your proud pigeon. Then right side down. Once again, don't strobe through the poses. Inhale, waving up. Exhale, left side down. Inhale, waving back up. Hands flat on the mat, back toes tuck under, left side back into your plank. Pushing through your arms to lift the body up and lift your right leg up. Step it back. Knees down from your full plank, knees down. Untuck your toes, press back. Extended child's pose. Walk your hands back in front of your knees and just lift yourself back up into our Vajrasana or kneeling pose. Scapula retracts, roll the shoulders to the back and inhale, waving up. Belly in and up, chest up, head up. Now let's make this a smooth flow. Squeeze your upper back, allow your arms to flow to the back, circle them up, inhale. Exhale, twisting to the right side, sit bones all the way down or suspend yourself, arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, lifting back up. Center, twisting to the left side, exhaling. Inhale, lift. Center, exhale, right side. Sitting all the way down or halfway, arms parallel. Inhale, lifting back, center. Left side, twisting. Suspend yourself or all the way down. One more. Inhale, lift. To the right side. Exhale, choose your pose. Inhale, lift. Center. Left side and exhale. Inhale, lifting back. Back to center, right leg out to the right side. Externally rotate that hip, back of the right hand on the inside of your right knee. Lengthen out the left side and exhale, press your hand to the right side. Breathing. Bend your right knee and drift to the right side in our wonky gait. That's what I'm calling this pose. Squeeze your left side, pushing through your right leg. Lift yourself up. Counter gate. Hand in a strong claw shape. That would be your left hand. Right arm reaches up. Press that palm to the right side. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling to add a cervical twist or just neutral. Top arm sweeps down and back to your mat. Hands down on the mat. Right leg sweeps to the back. From here, with your right toes tucked under, pushing through your arms to lift the body up, curl your left leg up, angle it for pigeon and land. Untuck your toes and lift up to a proud pigeon. Belly in and up, chest up, head up. Left shoulder down the middle in a twist, in a pigeon twist. Belly down, chest down, head down. Inhale, waving up, belly up, chest up, head up, right side, right shoulder down. In a very graceful yet strong movement. Inhale, waving up. Deep, full breath. Exhale, left side down. Inhale, waving up. Exhale, right side down. Inhale, waving up. One more to complete our set of threes. Exhaling down. Left side. Inhale up, pushing through your arms to lengthen your body up. And exhale, right side down. Inhale, waving back up. Back into our proud pigeon. Hands flat. Back toes tuck under. Right knee lifts off. And push yourself up. Body comes up. Left leg curls up. Step back to your full plank, knees down, untuck your toes and press back into our extended child's pose. Walk the hands in front of the knees. A moment with your sit bones down on your heels. Roll your shoulder to the back, resetting the upper back, and wave yourself up, squeezing the body to lift up. Arms circle up, nice and big, to the left side first. This time, left side twisting, coming back into that suspended or sitting all the way down to your sit bones pose. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, right side. All the way down or suspend. Inhaling up. Center, left side. Inhale up. Center, right side. Inhaling up. Center, just one more set. Left side. Inhale up. Center, drifting down, twisting. Right side. Last one. Inhaling up. Back to center, left leg in our gate pose. External rotation in that hip joint. Back of the left hand on the inside of your left knee. Right arm reaches up and press it to the right side. Nose points up or neutrally forward. Deep full breath. Paying close attention to your standing knee, to your right knee. Bend your left knee and drift the body lower in our wonky gait to the left side. Deep full breath. Don't hold your breath. Pushing through your left leg, squeezing your right side. Right hand, claw shape. Trust yourself that you can reach down on the mat. Left arm reaches up and press that hand towards the right side. Opening up that top portion of the body. Nice and long with the muscles. Creating space in your joints and creating a lot of strength. Top arm sweeps down. Down through the right side. Circle yourself back to center. Left leg sweeps to the back. Toes tuck under. Pushing through your arms to lift the body up. Lift your right leg up. Angle it for your pigeon and land. From here, a moment in proud pigeon, belly in and up, chest up, head up, and your heels of the hands are lifting up. So you're on the pads of your fingers. On an exhalation, right shoulder down the middle. In a twist, in a soft twist, your hands can come flat, belly down, chest down, head down. And inhale, waving up, belly up, chest up, head up. Exhale, left shoulder down. Allow the body to soften down. Then when you wave up, squeeze the body, hugging and lifting. So not just relying on the arms. Exhale, right shoulder down. Inhale, waving up. My hands are actually really light here. And exhale, left shoulder down. Strengthening the spinal muscles. Inhale, waving up. You can even suspend your hands if you want to try. Exhale, one more. Right shoulder down. Supporting yourself, just supporting that alignment, then waving up, belly in and up, strong body, chest up, head up. You can suspend your hands if you want to. Exhale all the way down. But of course, if you need the strength of your arms to help lift you up, Push through the length of your arms, but don't forget the activation of your torso muscles. From here, hands back flat on the mat, back toes tuck under, left leg, left knee lifts up. You can't see it, but as we did, push through the length of your arms, lift the body up, curl your right leg up, step it back, knees down, untuck your toes and press back. Awareness exercise. Leave your hands where they are until your belly is down on the mat and your sit bones are as close to your heels as you can. If you can lengthen your arms a little bit more farther forward, you are encouraged to do so. Before lifting up here, just again that side sweeping movement of the body. Having that sense of play. Just move. Enjoy the movements. Sway the body here. Side to side. From here now, just orient myself back on my mat. Wave the body up. Belly up into a plank. Chest up. Drifting forward. Tuck your toes under and pushing up. Full plank. Soften your elbows and your knees and push back through puppy pose. Let's just stay for maybe 3 spinal waves here. Belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. And 2 more waves. Deep full breath in your own time or move with me. Last one. Belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Heels down in a downward facing dog if you want this pose. Deep full breath. If you feel the urge to pump your heels, I do invite you to do your spinal waves instead. It also lengthens out the calf muscles, the hamstrings, this wave. And it does a lot more because it waves the spine, introduces that sinuous articulation of the spinal joints, and it has a very neutralizing effect. From here, heels up, knees and elbows bend, and walk to the top of your mat. With your belly down on your thighs, letting the head go. If you have any congestion or heaviness in the head, maybe a bit of a headache, just look at that top horizon of your mat. But if you're okay, look through the gap between your legs and as high up that gap as you can in our forward fold. Pushing through your legs, bring the backs of the hands together, wave yourself up, belly in and up, hugging and lifting. Chest up, head up, lengthening up. Again, imagine yourself as clay and you're sculpting yourself in and up, lengthening yourself up. From here, push your hips forward, tiny, tiny back bend, or if you're feeling like it already, drifting it a little bit more forward for a shallower back bend, maybe a deep back bend later. Squeeze the front line of the body to lift. Squeeze your psoas to lift. Hands in. Press your elbows in. Make an effort to press them in to lengthen out the lateral portions of your arms, the lateral deltoids. Knees bend. Belly on the thighs. Head bows down. Hands beside the feet. Let the head go. From here, left leg slides back. Turn on your heels so your toes and your head point to the left side. Hands in line with your feet or a little farther forward. I hope you can see that in the video. If you need a bit more base for the body weight. From here, starting with the left hand down on the mat, knees are bent, elbows, especially that left elbow, is pointing to the back. On an inhalation, pushing through your left arm, your legs to lengthen them up, opening up your right side. into a twist. Right arm is lifting up, reaching up. Exhale, bend your knees, sweep your right arm out to the side and down. So all joints, elbows and your knees are bending. Pushing through your right arm, lengthening your legs and your right arm, twisting open to the left side, left arm reaches up. You can even flick your toes up here if you want to. Exhale, bending your joints back into our goddess stance with your hands down on the mat. Inhale, right side opens up. Exhale, down. In a Prasarita Padottanasana actually, left side opens up, wide-legged standing pose with a forward fold. Exhale, down. One more per side, right arm opens up, lengthening your legs and your standing arm. Exhale, down. And inhale, left side opens up. Exhaling down, and I will just quickly grab my blocks to show you. You can use your blocks from here, turning back to the right foot. Use your blocks here in line with your front foot. Should you need to, and we'll do this first set with your blocks, pushing your arms into your blocks so that you can have space to lengthen both legs in a Parshvottanasana or a pyramid stance. The position of the legs of the lower body is in a triangle stance, but the upper body is in a half lift, similar to a half lift forward fold. But here, just melt down first, elbows pointing to the back. If you don't have blocks, you can also hold on to your shins, by the way, and waving up halfway, belly up, chest up, head up. I'm showing you with my hands and my shins. Exhale, melting down. Two more. Inhale, belly up, chest up, head up, and I'm showing you my hands on the blocks. You can do this too. And exhale, down, melting down. One more. Belly up, chest up, head up, and I'm showing my fingers down on the mat. And exhale, down, belly down, chest down, head down. Back of the right hand, any height on the inside of your right leg. It can even be down on the mat with or without a block on the arch side of your foot. Left arm starts with the shoulder pointing up, elbow pointing up, wrist, then fingers in our triangle pose. So your triangle pose, especially for the rest of this flow, you can choose whichever angle you want. You can be in this low angle or the suspended version of your triangle, or nice and high and any angle in between. Deep, full breath. From here, pushing strongly through your right leg to lift yourself up. Don't rush if you've come from a very deep pose. Squeezing your left side, lifting yourself up. Left arm around the back waist. As you're doing this, you're pushing your hips forward to that forward foot. So we're coming out from this S shape of the spine. Push your hips forward. Yeah? Right arm waves up. And press your palm towards the back in our exalted triangle. And we'll make the flow nice and smooth in a bit. From here, squeeze your right side, lift yourself up. Looking forward once again. Palm, nose and sternum points forward to where your front foot is pointing. Left arm releases, disengages from your back. Palm facing out and cross it in front of the body. And just start with a small twist. Just twist to the right side. And you're already in a high revolved triangle. You can stay in this high revolve triangle if this is enough for you. Or you can also slide that bottom arm a little deeper and a little deeper. And if you want to, you can reach your fingers in a claw shape down on the mat. Your hand, your wrist can be crossing in front of your ankle. Or if you want to, you can release that arm so your hand comes in line with your shoulder, and it gives you a bit more base, a bit more stability for your pose. So never compromise your stability for what you think the pose should look like. Top arm sweeps back, down, bend your front knee as you level your shoulders and lift your torso up slightly. Similar to our half lifts, squeeze the upper back, squeeze the triceps to the back. Body weight slightly forward and play with this. Strong front leg, push yourself up into your warrior three. Just a shallow version of our warrior three for this pose, because again, I don't want you to compromise your stability, and I want you to really feel the engagement of your back muscles. Squeeze that gluteal muscles, squeeze the back muscles, squeeze the triceps. From here, soften your front knee, back toes down on the mat in a lunge. The stance doesn't have to be very deep for this. From here, circle your arms up, nice and wide. So we're in a crescent lunge. Open your arms parallel to the floor, your upper arms parallel to the floor, elbows bent, so you're in a cactus position or a stop sign position, however you want to describe it. Elbows in a 90-degree angle, and just hugging and lifting once again. Lengthening up the body in the position it's in, so we're not just hanging in the pose. Or you can also push your hips forward for a tiny back bend, or push a little bit more forward. The spine will have nowhere else to go but into your back bends a little deeper, or really deep if you want to. But again, don't compromise your stability for depth of pose. Squeeze the front to lift, hands back in, elbows press in. Make an effort to press them in to lengthen out the lateral portions of your upper arm muscles, your lateral deltoids. Bow down, hands down on the mat, back heel down, and just melt into a very soft, humble warrior, because we're going to move here. Side sweeping lunge. Left side, right side. Again, reclaim that joy that playing gives us as we were children. We tend to lose that when we come to adulthood, but reclaim it. Reclaim that sense of joy of just playing. From here, stop on your left foot, turn on your heels to the left side. With or without your blocks, or you can also hold on to your shin, waving up halfway, belly up, chest up, head up in our Parsvottanasana. Exhale, melting down. It's also called the pyramid stance. Inhale, waving up halfway. But it's triangle feet, triangle legs. Exhale down with half lifts. Last one, inhale, waving up halfway. Nice and strong with the back. Exhale down. Left hand, any height on the inside of your leg or on the mat, arch side with or without a block. Right arm opens you up into your triangle pose. Deep, full breath. Pointing the nose up towards the ceiling. From here, squeeze your right side, strongly pushing through your left leg. Lift yourself up. Don't rush this, especially if you've come deep. As you bring your right arm around your back waist, you're guiding your hips forward to your left foot. Left arm reaches up and press the palm towards the back. The depth of this lateral flexion of the bend of the body isn't the point. The point here is to lengthen out your side and protect your spine by pushing your hips forward to your left foot, to that forward foot. The depth of the pose will just come in time. Squeeze your left side to lift up, looking forward once again. Palm, nose, sternum looks forward to where your front foot is pointing. Right arm releases, crosses in front of the body, and twist to the left side. Your choice, stay high or come really low with your wrist crossing your ankle, fingers in a claw shape position or under your shoulder. Claw shape or flat with or without your block. Up to you. Top arm sweeps back, down, shoulders level as your front knee bends. Re-engage your back muscles to lift the torso up slightly, body weight forward, and fly. Just into a shallow warrior three, but engage the back muscles. Deep, full breath. Back foot down in a lunge. Backs of the hands together to counter pose. This actually counter poses the engagement of the upper back to give them some lengthening. Then wave yourself up. So because we don't just contract, 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 we lengthen them up as well. Bend your elbows so your upper arms are parallel to the floor. Elbows 90 degrees. Lengthen up here. Even your fingers are hugging and lifting. Tiny back bend by pushing your hips forward. A little deeper or shallow back bend or a deep back bend. Up to you. Totally up to you. Squeeze the front to lift. Hands in. Elbows press in. Bow down. In your forward fold. Hands down on the mat. Step back. Plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale. All the way down. Abdominal massage, flat plank. Waving up. Shallow cobra, engage your back. Add the strength of your arms for a higher cobra or even more for an upward facing dog if you want this pose. Deep, full breath. On an exhalation, melt down. Flat plank. Tuck your toes under. Strong arms, but don't forget the engagement of your back. Lift yourself up to a knee plank. Knees up, full plank. Bend them and drift back through puppy pose or downward facing dog. Spinal waves, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. And a few more spinal waves. Heels up, knees and elbows bend, and step, curl your legs up to the top of the mat. Just walking up. Knees bend, backs of the hands together, pushing through your legs, lifting yourself all the way up. With or without a back bend, up to you. By pushing your hips forward. Squeeze the front to lift. Hands in, press the elbows in, knees bend, belly on the thighs, head bows, hands beside the feet. Angle of the neck is up to you, depending on the state of your head. Choose the angle of your neck. Right leg steps back, back heel down, back into our Parsvattanasana, pyramid stance, elbows squeezing in, 3 waves, belly in and up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. 2 more, inhale, belly up, chest up, head up, exhale down. Play. 1 more, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Left hand anywhere you want it to be for your triangle. Flat with or without a block, waving yourself up. Or lift yourself up, pressing the back of the hand on the inside of your knee and any angle between the very low one and this very high one. Up to you. There's no right or wrong. Coming out of the pose, as your right arm comes around your back waist, it guides your foot to your left foot. Left arm reaches up and press that hand towards the back. Deep, full breath. Squeeze the left side to lift, looking forward. Right arm disengages from behind, crosses the body, and choose the depth of your revolved triangle. Just a small twist is enough, or all the way down, and any angle of the body that you choose. All up to you. Top arm sweeps back, down, shoulders level as your front knee bends. Engage your back muscles, your upper back muscles once again, and fly into your warrior three. A shallow one. The point of this is not the depth, but more of the engagement of the back line of the body, that strength of the standing leg. Soften your front knee so your back toes, flats of the toes, come down on the mat. And release the engagement of your upper back, soften them so you can bring your arms back up. Then bend your elbows 90 degrees, open your hands, lengthen up here. Your choice, stay upright or push your hips forward. The spine will have nowhere else to go but into your back bend, and choose the depth of your pose. Squeeze the front to lift up, hands in, elbows in, lengthen out the upper back, bow down, all the way down, back heel down on the mat, extend your arms forward, side sweeping lunge, other side, right side, left side, right side. And let's come into our Prasarita Padottanasana B, I believe, with the hands down on the mat. Or is it A? I'll get back to you on that. Stop in the middle, hands flat on the mat, elbows and knees bend, letting the head go. Or look at that top horizon of your mat. From here, pushing strongly through your right arm. Right arm is one of our foundations this time. Waving yourself up, legs straight, right arm straight, left arm opens up into our twist. And exhale down. Now let's add a little something here. Left hand, right ankle. Try to keep your body weight at center. And inhale, waving up, open the pose. Exhale down, right hand down on the mat, arm vertical or diagonal. Hold on to your left ankle and open up. Trying to keep your body weight at center. Exhale down, bend your knees. Right arm opens up. Deep, full breath. Exhale down. Left arm opens a pose. Right arm vertical or diagonal. One more. Bending. Open up the pose to the right side. Exhale down. And open up the pose to the left side. And exhale all the way down. Turn on your heels to the right foot. Deep, full breath. From here, in our intense side stretch, Parsvottanasana or pyramid stance, 3 waves. Belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. That's 1. Inhale, waving up halfway. Remember, you can use your blocks here. Exhale down, or hold on to your shin. Inhale, waving up halfway. And exhale down. Triangle pose. Right hand with or without your block. Arch side of your foot and any angle in between, and open up to your triangle stance. Deep full breath. Trikonasana. From here, be gentle with your movement. Don't throw yourself, especially if you're with me here in a deep pose. Pushing through your right leg. Squeeze your left side. Don't rush. Lifting up. Left arm around the back waist. Guiding that hip to your front foot, to your right foot. Right arm reaches up and presses to the back. Deep full breath. Squeeze your right side to lift, looking back forward to where your front foot is pointing. Left arm disengages from the back, crosses the body, and once again, high revolve triangle, mid-height, all the way down with the wrist crossing your ankle, or release that hand in line with your shoulder. Quite a few choices there. So listen to your body, listen to your emotions, listen to your mind, where they're all happy to stay in the pose. That's your pose. Top arm sweeps back, down, shoulders level as you bend your front knee, lifting the torso up and engage your back muscles. Body weight forward, strong front leg, fly into your shallow warrior 3, engaging the back line of the body. Deep full breath. Again, for this flow, the depth of this isn't the point, it's the engagement of the body. Back foot down, flats of the toes down, release. Soften your upper body, soften your arms, backs of the hands in, lengthen up, breathing. On an exhalation, upper arms parallel to the floor, bend the elbows in a 90-degree angle, and reset that hugging and lifting of the body, or add a pushing forward of your hips and any depth, any depth of your back bend. Breathing. I always remind you to breathe, because it's very easy to hold the breath in our poses. Squeeze the front of the body to lift. Hands in, press your elbows in. Don't shortchange this. Don't shortchange yourself. Bow down, all the way down. Hands flat on the mat and back into our paired back or modified half flow. Right leg steps or sweeps back for our full plank. You can use your knees if you want to, or all the way down, bending the elbows. Flat plank. Hands back, slides back to your lower ribs and waving up. Any height of cobra by utilizing first your back muscles and then your arm muscles, or up to your upward facing dog if you want this pose. Exhale, abdominal massage all the way down. Deep full breath. 2 more waves of this. Waving up, any height of cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale all the way down. Again, play. 1 more. Waving up, any height of cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale, abdominal massage all the way down. Tuck your toes under, and as we started this flow, you're welcome to lift up to your knees first, or strong lift all the way up to your full plank. Bend your knees, puppy pose, or lengthen them in a downward facing dog. Deep full breath, spinal waves. So whenever we're in a downward facing dog, you're welcome to do your spinal waves. From here, heels up, knees and elbows bend, and walk. Just walk for this flow all the way up. But I want you to curl your legs up. From here, backs of the hands together, thread yourself up. All the way up, upward facing hands, Urdhva Hastasana, lengthening up here, or with the back bend by pushing your hips forward and any depth. Squeeze the front to lift. Relax your arms down, and now face the... Now we are going to come into a balancing mini flow. I'm happy for you to utilize whatever you can, what's available to you to help you with your balance. You can come close to a windowsill, or maybe hand against a wall, or maybe use a chair to help you with your balance. Or you can also use your blocks. And I'll actually put my blocks close to me so that to show you how we're going to use them later. From here, left leg strongly grounding down into the mat. And again, when we say grounding down, you're just feeling your weight and that connectedness of your foundation into the floor or into the mat. What we want here is to feel the triangle points of your foot into the mat. You can even flick your toes here to engage your muscles if you want to. Right leg curls up. Hands just below your knee. Curl it or press the thigh as close as you can to your belly. Plant or flex the ankles. So straight front of the ankle, but flick your toes up towards the face. Wave the spine here, bellying it up. Chest up, head up. And feel that difference of just a relaxed body, not necessarily collapsed, but a relaxed body to an engaged body. From here, 3-limbed lift. Arms up, leg forward. Lengthening out here, breathing. From here, bend your knee, bend your elbows, drift them to the back, and back into our shallow warrior 3. Tilt the torso upright. Bend your right knee. Bring it out. So externally rotate that knee towards the right side. Right hand on your ankle. Lift that foot nice and high and press it in to the inside of your foot. Your free hand can come on your hip. And you can remain here in a supported tree pose, or if you want to, you can press your hands in from your elbows. You're pushing in. Or if you're feeling like it, if balance is okay, you can also lift your arms up and open the canopy of your tree, similar to whenever our arms are up. The distance is just a little wider than your shoulders, similar to our plank poses. Yes, I'm still talking to keep you in the pose. From here, release your hands down on your hips just to help with your balance. You can also help your right ankle. Release it from the inside of your left leg and press it on or bring it on top of your standing knee. Hands reach down on the mat. Bend your left knee and slide your hands all the way down. And again, you can use your blocks. Always keep your blocks handy and within reach. That's crucial. Always within reach. And stay here. And you can change the height of the blocks. If you're okay with reaching your hands down on the mat. That's okay too. Deep, full breath. From here, slide your right foot down on the mat, but keep your legs crossed. Now, if you can see here, my left hand and my feet are closer to each other. Adjust your hands, again, maybe with a block. This is important though, and I'm coming out of the pose just to say this. The position of your hands, the distance from each other, and the distance forward or back is up to you, because they should be where they will help your body weight, especially when we come into the flowing version of this pose. So adjust your hands where they need to be to help you carry your body weight. That's very important. So back down on the mat, toes pointing towards each other-ish, heels pointing out-ish. I emphasize the ish because your feet don't necessarily have to be absolutely in a straight line. Yeah, that's not the point. Just to have that adduction and external rotation of the hips and the other articulations of the other joints. From here, heels up. Adjust your feet. Hands maybe in a claw shape, wherever they are, in a strong claw shape, or flat, maybe on the long side of your blocks, but maybe not on the high side of the blocks, because that can be wobbly unless your blocks are really stable. And exhale, just click your elbows out to the sides. Don't worry, we'll make this flowing. Out to the sides, the arms are still straight and carrying some of your body weight. Inhale, lengthen the legs. Exhale, heels down. From here, inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees out to the sides. Maybe a little deeper, maybe a little bend in your elbows to accommodate the depth of your lower body. Inhale, heels up, lengthen your knees, and exhale, heels down. One more, let's try for a deep one. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees out to the sides. Try to come nice and deep. Your hands can maybe come into a flat position here and bend the elbows to the back or maybe towards your knees. Inhale, lengthen. If your hands are flat, see if you can keep them there. And exhale, heels down. Let's make this nice and smooth for 2 sets. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, knees bend. Choose the depth. Inhale, lengthen your legs. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. Choose the depth of your pose. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, heels down. Release the legs. Bend the knees. Wave yourself back up. Roll the shoulders. Before coming to the other side, right leg, still with the right one, curl it up. Right hand on your ankle, on the outside, yeah? Not on the inside. Come on the outside. Point that knee towards the back. Bring your heel close to your buttock, to your gluteal muscle, and stay here. If you can see, I'm supporting myself on my windowsill. You're welcome to do that. The point of our paired back dancer's pose, press your knees together, by the way. Yeah? The point of our paired back dancer's pose, it's not really the depth of the pose, as we've been talking about throughout the class, but it's for this one, the lengthening of our quads, because we demanded a lot of contraction from them. From here, release the pose, and let's just do the other side straight away. Balancing on the right leg, left knee lifts up, hand on the outside of your ankle, point the knee down, press them together, and bring the heel. And I'll just turn once again to show you. Bring the heel close to your gluteal muscle, but bring your shoulder, try not to drop it forward, bring it to the back as well. So we're not just lengthening out the quads, we're also lengthening out the big sheet of pectoral muscle on the left side. Deep, full breath, and still hugging and lifting here. And again, support yourself. Hold on to something. From here, release a pose. And this time, balancing on the right leg, curl your left leg up, hug it close to you. Allow the body to relax here first. To come into our poses, the body needs to relax. And then we engage, belly in and up, chest up, head up. Plantar flex the ankle, but flick the toes. And try to keep your ankles, your activation, the position of your ankles and your toes like this throughout our class. 3 limb lift, or throughout the remainder of our class, or for this flow. From here, coming back into our warrior 3. Bend your knee, bend your elbows, and to the back. Shallow warrior 3. The shoulder joints, bringing them to the back, squeezing your triceps, squeezing your upper back. Torso lifts up, left knee lifts up, left hand, left ankle, right hand, right hip, and just place that foot on the inside of your thigh as high as you can. Again, use something to support your balance if you want to. Deep, full breath. Supported tree pose or tree pose with Anjali Mudra. Squeezing in here. The hands aren't just, an airy-fairy, oh, I'm in a prayer pose, but they are pressing in. Or release them up and open the canopy of your tree pose. Lengthening up. From here, release the pose. Hands on your hips. Left hand can help that left ankle come on top of the right knee. Hands reach down to the mat. Bend your standing knee. Bending, reaching down. Trust yourself. With or without your blocks. Hands in a claw shape. Down on the floor, on the mat. Again, with or without your blocks. Breathing here. Left leg slides off, keeping your legs crossed, adjusting your hands so they are balanced. Your feet, let's say that's the apex of this triangle, and your hands are of equal distance to this midline of your feet. Turn your feet so your toes are pointing towards each other, heels are pointing out. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, start with just a small click of the knees to keep adjusting your stance as you need to. Arms are lengthening. Inhale, lengthen your legs. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, heels up. Brief pause. Exhale, bend the knees out to the sides. Inhale, lengthen the legs. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. Maybe a little deeper. Maybe your hands can come flat on the mat now and bend the elbows to the back towards your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, heels down. Distributing your body weight from your feet and your hands. 2 more sets. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. Choose your depth. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, heels down. Last one. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. Shallow or deep. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, heels down. Release the bind of your legs. Soften your knees. roll up. Just ragdolling up here, rolling the shoulders. And let's do one more round of our paired back dancer's pose. Support yourself, and I'm holding on once again to my windowsill. Right leg down on the mat, pressing down, not really coming down, but pressing down into the mat with your feet. Left leg curls up, hand on the outside edge, on the blade side of your foot. Point the knee down, bring the heel as close as it can to your gluteal muscle, shoulder going to the back, your glenohumeral joint going to the back, and hugging and lifting here. Deep, full breath. Again, the point here is to lengthen out the quads, lengthen out the sheets of pectoral muscles. If you're feeling like it though, you can lift that knee towards the back, trying to keep the upper body nice and straight and erect. And release the pose. Release that foot, roll the shoulders, and I'll just turn to the other side so I can hold on to my windowsill. Left leg grounding down. Right knee bends, hand on the blade side of your foot, so you're not twisting the wrists from here. Bring your heel as close as you can to your gluteal muscle. Glenohumeral joint, shoulder joint drifts to the back. Lengthening up here, hug and lift. Deep, full breath. If you did so on the other side, you can bring your right knee towards the back, adjusting your hold on your foot to accommodate that movement of your leg, but not really dropping the torso deep here. And release. Good. Bring your foot down. Coming back to the top of your mat, doesn't matter which end. From here, backs of the hands in. Thread your arms up. Nice and high. With or without a back bend, up to you. Squeeze the front to lift. If you did come into a back bend, hands in, elbows pressing in. Bend your knees, belly on the thighs. Head bows down. Hands beside the feet, back into our forward fold. And step back by curling the legs, lifting them up, stepping back, plank. Inhale, plank, very slowly, all the way down. Move with me, 5, 4, stay with me, 3, 2, and 1, all the way down, well done. From here, adjust yourself on the mat as you need to. Forearms down. The line of your upper arm maybe is in line with your upper chest, so not overly forward and not overly back. Yeah, just a nice perpendicular line of your upper arm to the floor, and hands always in our plank distance. So we're in a Sphinx pose, pushing through your foundation still to lift the body up, and your hips are pushing down or forward because this has a back bend, so the motion of the hips is still to push forward. In this case, forward is against the floor. Deep, full breath. From here, relax the upper body, tuck your toes under, and lift yourself up into a forearm plank. So strongly pushing through your arm foundations. Forearm plank, pushing through your arms, lifting the hips up, drifting them to the back. Forearm dog. You're welcome to walk your feet a little bit closer to the face and adjust your stance, but not overly close, or else your forearm plank will feel short. So forearm dog, wave forward, forearm plank. Lift up, forearm dog, waving forward, forearm plank. Lifting back up, forearm dog. Now just move my block so you can see my feet are barely moving once I've gained my alignments. Waving forward, forearm dog, forearm plank, and back to a forearm dog. Waving forward, forearm plank, and all the way down. Whew. Bring your hands under your forehead and rest. With your hands stacked on top of each other, rest your forehead down, and you can even move your hips here, rocking them from side to side, just to open up and relax the lumbar spine, relaxing the hips. It's also a good massage, abdominal massage and thigh massage, quadriceps massage. Deep full breath. From here, we're almost there, I promise. Extend your arms forward. Then roll on your left side. So you're fully on your left side. Look at my left ankle and dorsiflex that ankle this time. So 90 degrees with the ankle, so that even though you're fully on your side, your body is nice and straight, you're still stable. You won't feel like you're falling back or falling forward in this pose, because that ankle, that foot, the top of your foot is supporting you with this pose. Top leg, bend your knee, right knee bends, point that knee up, your right hand will support the knee behind it. Extend your leg up, plantar flex the ankle, but flick the toes towards the face. Right hand under your knee. You can even close your eyes here. And with every exhalation, if your leg is already straight, with every exhalation, trying to invite that leg a little closer to your head. Adjust where your hands are. You can even hold all the way up to the blade of your foot and bend your elbow as you bring your leg a little closer to the face. Breathing. But if your knee is still bent and you're already shaking here, support your knee and with the flats of your toes, push up towards the ceiling. And with every exhalation, just keep your leg nice and straight. It will already lengthen out your hamstrings, strengthen the gastrocnemius and the soleus here, lengthen out the tibialis anterior, and squeeze a little bit your quads. So we're lengthening, we're squeezing, we're lengthening, we're squeezing. Deep full breath. Release your leg, bend that knee, stack your legs on top of each other, stack your arms on top of each other, and just roll down on your belly and roll on your right side. Right ankle dorsiflexed, left knee bends, externally rotate that hip, left hand supports your leg, left ankle plantar flexion, but flick the toes. If the leg is already straight, with every exhalation, bring that leg a little closer to the head. Or, with every exhalation, just lengthen out that leg by feeling as if you're pushing the flats of the toes up towards the ceiling. Choose your pose. Deep, full breath. Bend that knee. Then roll on your back. Adjust yourself on the mat because you're going to be off the mat. Adjust yourself. Once you're fully covered by the mat, curl your legs in and sacroiliac joint massage. Told you we were almost there. Sacroiliac joint massage. Always good to massage the back of the hips, bringing that joint complex in a state of balance once again. From here, last pose. And I've been saying this because I really love this pose, but it's one of the most awkward and inelegant of poses. But for me, one of the most joyous ones, happy baby pose. Feet points up, hands on the blades of your feet, but elbows on the outside of your knees. So don't bring them together in the middle, bring them out. Knees bent as much as you need to, and legs as wide as you can. Don't be shy, and rock side to side. Deep, full breath here. Move with your breath. If you feel one side a little bit more contracted, my right side tends to be that. So when I'm in happy baby pose, I tend to rock a little bit more on the right side, just to massage my latissimus dorsi, the big V-shaped sheets of muscles of our back. From here, once you've had your fill of joy, but who can say that they're all filled up with joy? Hey, so, but if you're done, this is what I'm trying to say. If you're done with your happy baby pose, release the pose, upward facing child's pose. And I know it's going to be hard to breathe here, but on an inhalation, squeeze your knees in, roll your shoulders up, roll your head up, inhale and exhale with a sigh, and open up into your Shavasana. Close your eyes. And with every exhalation, feel yourself just melting into the mat. It's not an airy-fairy thing. In other words, just feel yourself really relaxing and feeling all of that effort just away from you. Technical term,